Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Noles will kick it away to start us off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Handoff from the gun. Turning it on. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten. You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking for a crease. It's Roach. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he's going to try to return this one. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the air on second and short. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That's a fumble. And the ball goes out of bounds. He'll mark it right at the previous line of scrimmage.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
On the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. But he's making good decisions, pitching at that time. That's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
On the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
A run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Covey. Shakes off the defender. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Got a man in the middle. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Slings it downfield. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Looking for space. It's Roach. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Extending the play. Fires to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown tie. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Leaves it with the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Still looking, on the move. Got out of trouble and throws. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fakes to grab. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Knowles in the hurry-up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw again. They've got the screen set up. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with third and 4. And the Seminoles come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Isaac. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Gives it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get...
Ran through the not enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Looking to buy time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knowles!
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You got to love that.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. That's caught. It's Isaac. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by a field goal over Ole Miss. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And off from the shotgun. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Looking to scramble. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Looking down the left side. Grabs it up the 25 in stride. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now up by 7 points here in the second. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This quarterback part of their running game. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. The Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Morris. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Going with the ground game left. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Might be changing the route. Got it behind the line. It's Isaac. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Got a man. It's Roach. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left but wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Blasted as he lets it go. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on. Turn, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Rides the back and leaves it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Flips it out to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He breaks the tackle.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Find some fresh air. There he goes. Touchdown Seminoles. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. An impressive run from the back, gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The offense changing the play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to run it. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
Takes a hit as he fires. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Buys a little time. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really...
Touchdown, Bama! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
The offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play, shows off the hands first, got to make the catch first, does the rest, walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. And the Seminoles are in the hurry up. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds him out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of... Keeps this drive moving.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
They want that clock to run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Knowles! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David. Just give it.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Behind the chains now on second and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
I love the awareness by the defense there. Third and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up fourth and long.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Fires toward the end zone. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.